At speed, you can't drink and drive, you can't drug and drive. Not saying any of these boys have been doing that, not at all. I'm just putting it out there, you know, because it's the time of year, it's Christmas, it's New Year. Now you've got to be careful the most, you know, especially with people walking about, other people, you know. When you get in the car, you must think of them, be in a sound mind and competent, pay due care, attention to everything you do. Again, condolences to the deceased's family. 2 young men should never have happened. AJ, God had his arms wrapped around you tight, you know, because looking at that crash, you're one lucky guy. And I'm pleased you're alive, son. I'm pleased you're alive.
When Aleksandr Usyk arrived at the hospital to visit Anthony Joshua after the devastating car accident, it wasn't about formality or protocol. It was one warrior reaching out to another after an incident that could have changed everything. The crash claimed the lives of 2 people very close to Joshua and left AJ dealing with his own injuries. Usyk's response showed a level of respect that goes far beyond anything that happens inside the ring.
This is an unbelievable loss. Sina at lahat for 2 incredible people who were not only part of AJ's team, but also friends. My sincere condolences to their families, loved ones, and everyone who knew them. Anthony Joshua, wishing you a speedy recovery.
John Fury's reaction to Joshua's crash felt different because the genuine shock in his voice was unmistakable. This wasn't boxing politics or promotional drama. It was the reaction of a father figure within the sport, recognizing how close everyone came to losing a champion. That mix of relief and concern showed just how deeply this incident affected those who truly understand what these fighters mean to boxing.
AJ, you're one lucky lad. God bless you, I'm glad you're alive again. Shocked me, it has. Terrible. Anyway, good luck everybody and try and enjoy the new year as much as you can.
Eddie Hearn's response revealed how quickly everything changed once the news broke. One moment, discussions were about future fights and championship plans. The next, it became a matter of life and death. Even Usyk's team understood that none of the usual boxing business mattered anymore. This was about human beings supporting one another through something unimaginable.
For them and the family, anything they need, you know, sometimes when someone is a star, they have a lot of things in their life taken care of for them. So you really have to move into that mode in this situation as well. Make sure obviously they're getting the best medical attention, make sure their family are safe. And
official reports made it clear just how serious Joshua's accident really was. 2 lives were lost, and AJ was rushed to emergency care. That reality is why Usyk's decision to show up and offer genuine support resonated so strongly. When former rivals set competition aside to focus on recovery and healing, it reveals what true respect looks like.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Joshua, future heavyweight Hall of Famer, has been in a severe car accident which killed 2 people. He is severely injured. He's still alive. There's footage out there of people helping Anthony Joshua out the vehicle. We don't know the details of what happened, if they was in a car accident, if they was just swerving around and lost control. We don't know, but my condolences go out to those who lost their lives. Hopefully it was just, man, a terrible accident. And also, hopefully Anthony Joshua will seek the medical attention that he needs. You know, check the everything, the head, the scan everything, x-ray, MRI, because we don't know if that could be internal bleeding as well. You know, adrenaline is pumping and you may feel like you're not okay, but you gotta check everything. But hopefully he heals well, and Godspeed. And again, my condolences go out to those that lost their lives.
This devastating update revealed the full scale of what Anthony Joshua endured. While fighting for his own survival, he lost 2 close companions. The entire boxing community felt the weight of this tragedy, and Aleksandr Usyk stepping forward with sincere sympathy proved that brotherhood and respect matter far more when tragedy overshadows everything else.
Injured in car accident, 2 people who I believe were with Anthony Joshua, were friends of his, have tragically passed away. Before I carry on reading the article, the 2 people who have tragically passed, my condolences is all I can say to their friends and families.
Frank Warren's comments showed how seriously the situation was taken across the sport, but Usyk's personal message of strength and condolences stood out. This wasn't routine competitor courtesy. It was genuine human compassion, showing that even the fiercest rivals can come together when real tragedy strikes instead of manufactured drama. Jake Paul's reaction to Joshua's accident shifted the focus to what truly matters beyond fights and rankings. Moments like these, especially Usyk's respectful gesture of support, transformed the conversation from athletic competition to human connection. It reminded both fans and fighters that humanity must come first when serious tragedy occurs. While some reports missed key details, one thing remained consistent: the tragic reality of the crash. Aleksandr Usyk's compassionate outreach to Joshua helped guide the conversation toward healing and respect, cutting through speculation with genuine care and concern.
Was someone in the stationary truck? I'm not sure about that, so I'm not going to report on that, but the truck was stationary. And Anthony Joshua's SUV struck.
WD's breakdown highlighted how chaotic and heartbreaking the situation became for Anthony Joshua. Reports indicate that AJ's vehicle attempted a lane change and struck a stationary truck, resulting in the deaths of 2 close friends and team members. Joshua was hospitalized but listed as stable. Shockwaves spread throughout the boxing world, bringing even former rivals together. Aleksandr Usyk, who faced Joshua twice in championship fights, publicly offered condolences and support, proving that real respect transcends competition during tragedy.
To officials in Nigeria, they ran into a stationary truck while trying to change lanes on the roads. Just a horrific accident. I don't want to start, assigning blame to something that I don't have the.
Joe Rogan explored speculation surrounding the crash, but beneath the controversy lay a harsh reality: it could have ended far worse. Footage and reports showed Anthony Joshua being assisted from a destroyed SUV after colliding with a stationary truck in Nigeria. 2 close companions lost their lives, and AJ suffered injuries requiring hospitalization. The boxing world responded in stunned silence. In those moments, rivalry disappeared. Usyk's public message of support and sympathy showed that empathy outweighs speculation when fighters face life-threatening events.
Bonkers. Thank God he didn't have a seatbelt on. I never say that. Thank God he didn't have a fucking seatbelt on, because if he did,
there's no way
he would be dead.
The shock was overwhelming. Seeing Anthony Joshua pulled from the wreckage made it clear this wasn't just another accident. The loss of 2 lives and a world champion hospitalized shook even seasoned professionals. The focus shifted from hype to empathy, reflecting what most fans felt. That's why Aleksandr Usyk's outreach carried such weight. Despite their fierce rivalry at boxing's highest level, Usyk immediately offered strength and condolences, reminding everyone how fragile and precious life truly is.
He could get seriously hurt. I don't believe Josh would have. I believe Josh might have some compassion in him.
Yeah.
And I think he'll go.
Police confirmation removed any remaining doubt about the severity of the tragedy. Anthony Joshua survived a horrific crash that claimed the lives of 2 of his closest companions. The accident occurred on a busy Nigerian road, a country deeply connected to Joshua's family history. Images of AJ being helped from a destroyed Lexus SUV impacted fans worldwide. In response, the boxing world set aside titles and promotions. Even Usyk, Joshua's toughest rival in the ring, publicly offered heartfelt support. His message was personal and sincere, showing that respect and compassion rise above competition when tragedy strikes.
Police that there was an accident at 9:30 a.m. local time, 8:30 our time, involving 2 vehicles in which 2 people have died, and Anthony Joshua has received minor injuries and he's been taken to hospital. So eyewitnesses say Joshua was in a Lexus SUV with 3 other passengers, and he was involved in an accident in which that Lexus collided with a truck that was stationary at the time, and there are videos online of a shaken Joshua being taken out of the car. So local police have confirmed that Joshua has suffered minor injuries, but that 2 people have died in that.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Joshua, future heavyweight Hall of Famer, has been in a severe car accident which killed 2 people. He is severely injured. He's still alive. There's footage out there of people helping Anthony Joshua out the vehicle. We don't know the details of what happened, if they was in a car accident, if they was just swerving around and lost control. We don't know, but my condolences go out to those who lost their lives. Hopefully it was just, a terrible accident. And also, hopefully Anthony Joshua will seek the medical attention that he needs. Check the everything, the head, the scan everything, x-ray, MRI, because we don't know if that could be internal bleeding as well. You know, adrenaline is pumping and you may feel like you're not okay, but you got to check everything. But hopefully he heals well, and Godspeed. And again, my condolences go out to those that lost their lives.